Quick, drop a like in this video in the next 5 seconds if you want to receive this surprise free 10,000 V-Buck gift off Epic Games. Do you want a free gift or cosmetic from the item shop?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck as I'm now gifting you or old subscribers every day, so make sure to hit the big red button and also let me know in the comments your Epic Games ID so I can send you your free gift. And if you subscribe right now, you potentially could be our 1.7 millionth subscriber. Also, don't forget to use code FriendlyMachine in the item shop if you buy anything or gift anybody else, and let me know in the comments down below if you have done this so I can heart it to show my appreciation for supporting the channel. With 12.50 introducing Party Royale, and now with us having a confirmed event obviously granting us the free Neon Wings back bling featuring 3 artists, Dylan Francis, Steve Aoki and Deadmau5, everybody's focus ultimately is surrounding this. Despite this being very interesting and even something that's ongoing at the time of you watching this video perhaps, or at least when I'm recording it, there's a ton of things been revealed about Season 3, as you can see by the title that's basically been confirmed, backed up by not only an unknown reliable source leaks, but also then shown through concepts. Also, our minds have just been blown in terms of our updates this season, as not only was 12.60 confirmed to be coming, the first ever 0.6 update in a season, but now a new secret final update has been added into the coding prepared to happen at some point, being V12.61. It's unbelievable the amount of developments that literally have just been revealed, not only in terms of what's included throughout next season, as we're going to be showing what the battle pass will look like, so make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video, but also our final development stages in game and in our menus of what's going to be happening until the Fortnite Doomsday. So before I show you guys the battle pass and everything included within it, you need to understand what's going to be going down now and how the map will look once it's actually flooded. Now, the reason I've mentioned this first and foremost is because everybody knows by now, either through the teaser images found in the files or actually plastered in pieces anyways on the No Sweat Insurance building, or through the hints that we got in the Travis Scott event that we could swim underwater, that water would be flooding obviously certain areas, if not most of our island, in certain lower terrain proximities. How this flood will happen is obviously a result of the Doomsday event, considering every live event then sets up a mini event developing in the final days, whether it's 3 or 5 leading into the next season's release, then explained or basically fully developed off or activated in that seasonal trailer. An example of this, as you've been seeing in the background, is where the mecha robot and the Polar Peak monster fought, obviously with the robot needing to harness the power of the Nexus Orb, bringing it out of the vault and not being able to put it back in and shut the door so it destabilized, then exploding in the Season X trailer to obviously switch us between time and dimensions. With that said, applying that context to our storyline affecting live event this season, codenamed Doomsday in the files, the only things added in-game right now that we can visibly see relating to this event directly are these valves under the water that either will be pushing out a substantial amount or taking a lot of water in. We also have the Doomsday device, or the Doom Room codename in the files, in the back of Midas's agent lair when actually accessing our agents to choose between Ghost or Shadow, and currently the Battle Pass menu or our lobby screen overall looks like this, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because our developments have been leaked into the game, not only just these tubes that we've been seeing surface across the internet, but their final stage of actually sparking up due to power surging through them. Hypex and another Twitter data miner or user, as you can see on screen, shout out to them, not only published this video showcasing all of the tubes and what they'll look like up close, but managed to get in off-camera mode, meaning they can get up close and personal to see these things in way more detail than anybody or a normal player could in the first place. Not only do we have all of these cables running even behind us, but even in the Doomsday room, as we're about to see, where all of this is actually connected and the power is surging into to obviously make purpose or actually activate this Doomsday device. Here they are now going into the ceiling, and the Doomsday device currently doesn't seem to be powered, but Hypex did state that it will be glowing more so toward the final days until this event actually occurs, which we're going to be talking about when this will be happening in just a second. But I thought this was honestly one of the coolest live event development showcases we've seen thus far, not only in just Chapter 2, but even throughout all of our 10 seasons or 6 seasons storyline related in Fortnite Chapter 1. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because obviously we not only have all this right here in the Doom Room, but even in our lobby, also going quite far out of our normal view or even behind us. So now that you guys have got the latest leaks, intel and scoop on what's going to be happening to trigger this live event, then eventually causing a Fortnite flood, well, let's go over what the map will actually look like in an overview bird's eye form when we actually go to choose where we're landing on our Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2 map. First off though, you need to know this. So as of recently, this leaked list of information has been basically surfaced around the community from a whistleblower messaging a YouTuber called Tabor Hill, and he has a past of getting things right in terms of predictions. He predicted the end event, the new island, and the fishing feature entering Chapter 2, and so many other things that I can't mention off the top of my head, but regardless, he leaked this information to the YouTuber again, Tabor Hill, and has now confirmed based off a concept art of the map that Merl made over on Twitter that this isn't far from accurate. Obviously on our map here we can see a ton of change. Despite the flood, the oil rig is completely blown up and it seems to be leaking more so into the waters on the outskirts of Slurpy Swamp. And the interesting thing about this map that Allier mentioned in his video is the fact that if this were to happen, it could make sense of this dam perhaps breaking or cracking, ultimately resulting in the erosion of it, with the dam water then flooding all the lower terrain parts of our map, as this would be the height of which it would directly engulf. The cracking, erosion or destruction of our dam has not only been a theory speculated to be one of these natural disasters, or at least triggering one that we see for every seasonal trailer event that occurs after a live event setting it up, but it's also been foreshadowed through explosions occurring on or near it in loading screens and even the Chapter 2 Season 1 Battle Pass trailer. And with us now knowing, due to the Travis Scott event occurring or perhaps testing this underwater swimming feature, obviously confirming we'll actually be able to swim to quite some depths underwater, people have made their own creative islands of perhaps what flooded areas or particular structures like houses will look like, whether they're fully underwater or just certain parts of them. It's inevitable if a flood occurs, it's going to look somewhat like this, at least some of the houses scattered around our map, not just particularly whole name locations, and obviously with us being able to swim underwater now, we can definitely expect all the normal chests to remain in their regular spots, because then we'll still be able to access them by swimming more so down under the water. In terms of new map changes occurring, obviously on this leaked list, we saw that the secret skin, like Deadpool being a Marvel collaboration, will also be another collaboration but for the DC universe this time, and that being then the character Aquaman. Aquaman is one of the most popular films / franchise for DC, or in that particular universe of characters / films or comic books, and because he's being introduced to Fortnite with a particular flooded theme complementing obviously where he's from, Atlantis, the city underwater, who's to say that in the deepest depths of the underwater part on our island or surrounding it, that there won't be an Atlantis city. Whether we can enter it and it's filled with air like an air bubble underwater, or a separate entity such as what the 0 Point created, a spherical form around it when exploding or half exploding in Season X, making the gravity separate from the rest of the island, or whether it's just fully underwater and we can get some breathing or scuba equipment to actually survive under here, I guess we're yet to know, but it's definitely very interesting and players are already starting to speculate about it. Also, speaking of this list and referring to it, we can now showcase everything contained in here and more in the Battle Pass itself, as we have a full showcase of what it will look like. As you can see, this looks absolutely insane, and I'm going to leave you guys to watch the rest of this now, made by Trimix, who'll be linked in the video description down below to all his social media. If you enjoyed, don't forget to slap a like in the video down below and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on for more videos like this regarding what's going to be happening toward the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3 obviously when it arrives. Hopefully I can also recognise you guys from remaining active in the comment section of those future videos to come. And I'm out, so have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and I hope you all enjoy this really cool Season 3 Battle Pass concept showcase.